Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blog Runner Everything. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you end the year top of the league. In fact, not just top of the league, but 4 points clear at the top of the league, thanks to, of course, a 2-0 win against Villarreal away from home. I should add, this is the match that they tried to ship off to the States, which, I'm glad that did not happen. 2 goals coming from the two wingers for Barcelona here, number 11 and number 10, Raphinha and Yamal getting the goals, and it could have been more both ways. And in fact, this match was really more clearly a win for Barca because of two players, right? Firstly, the Villarreal player got sent off, and secondly, the man in between the sticks, Mr. Joan Garcia, who I have to say, honestly speaking, he's really just making so much of a difference. Last year, we lost this match against Villarreal, right? I mean, well, not necessarily last year, but you get what I mean. Our last home game of last season. And on top of that as well, last match of last year was a loss as well to Atleti. So, it's something that we do appreciate, ending the year on a high note. And I mean, sure, you've still got some tricky fixtures to come up, right? Like, Espanyol is not going to be an easy match. But you're happy to see that the team is ending the year with a win, and overall just positive vibes as we go into the Christmas break. So it's back to -4 in Madrid. They'd raised the temperature a bit to -1 after that win they scrounged up against Sevilla, but now it's back to the way it was. Mind the gap, obviously. Just prepare yourself now, because the entirety of this winter break, we're just going to be hearing non-stop about Negreira get this, Negreira get that, which, that always happens when Barcelona is playing better than Madrid. At least since, we won the league with Xavi, that's always been happening. Okay, whenever they see that there's a big gap in performance levels between Madrid and Barca, the Negreira gate machine gets going. So we wait to see what will happen as well in Madrid, because, Xabi Alonso is allegedly not a safe man, but he won his last match, which is what they wanted. So are they going to, hold their nerve, give him more time, or are they just going to give up as soon as, the start of the new year? We'll wait to see what happens there, especially since, it's only really one match in La Liga, and then they have to go to Saudi Arabia for the Super Cup, and I think they're playing Atleti, so, that match is probably going to be the biggest match of Xabi Alonso's career this far. And yes, I know he played a Europa League final, which he lost. And yes, I know he played a DFB Pokal final as well. But trust me, this will be his biggest match. But enough about the team that wears white, the team in Madrid. The performance today from Barcelona, I felt, was acceptable. It wasn't exceptional. It wasn't one of those, world-beating performances. I felt like it was pretty much an even match up until, the red card, which was definitely justified. But, we'll hear the people talk about, Negreira gate, Barca getting favors and all of that. And they'll probably say the same about the penalty, which was a penalty, and the fact that Villarreal didn't get penalties for 2 tackles, which they were not fouls. I thought overall this was one of the rare occasions where I felt like the referee was getting his decisions more or less spot on. I mean, there are a few times when you thought like he should have booked someone, because, you literally pull another player, you should be getting a yellow card for that. He wasn't doing that, so that's probably the one thing that you could criticize about his performance. But aside from that, I thought it was a good night out for Barcelona, and at the end of the day, what more could you ask for? Maybe you could have asked for a third goal. There was that one move where, Rashford and De Jong and Lewandowski and I think Raphinha, maybe, they all linked up just so well, and it would have been a wonderful team goal. But, the defender cleared it off the line, and you don't always get everything in life. So you have to make do with what you had. And Barca are going to have to make do with just a 2-0 win and just being 4 points clear at the top of La Liga, which, hey, it's a tough ask, but I think I'll accept it. I'll take it, especially when you consider that, the start of November, it was a 5-point gap between Barca and Madrid, except in reverse. Madrid were 5 points clear of us. So the fact that we reversed that, recovered the season, we wait now just to see what happens going forward. And man, I don't really have that much to say here, Of course, some concern for Jules Koundé, who went down with an injury, which is worrying because it means in the past just 3 days now, we've seen Pedri go down, we've seen Christensen go down, and we've seen Koundé as well go down with an injury. So hopefully, the other two injuries, we know that Christensen is a mildly serious injury. He has a minor tear in his ACL, but we're just going to hope that with Pedri and with Koundé, it's nothing too serious, and that at least they'll be back by, the Supercopa. If we can have them back for those fixtures, that would be wonderful. But aside from that, do let me know your thoughts on what you saw in the match, the performance on the day. Who was your man of the match? Personally, I gave it to Joan Garcia. I know he was given to Raphinha this time around, and he deserves it as well. But this time for me, it was more Joan Garcia, just because there were some big saves he made. Yes, I know one of them was an offside, but as long as it wasn't called, you never know what could have happened, right? So I'm glad with that. And like I said, Joan Garcia, man of the match. But let me know your thoughts. Aside from that, I thank you all for tuning in. Do have a great day, and Forza Barca.